But enough about me. It's time to get into the game. Finally, BMC starting on the CT side, it seems, but we're going to be in with the knife. Complexity with an English flag. That's a bit cheeky. They've only got 2 players from England, right?
That's nice.
See what Jason Bass thinks about this.
All right. Well, you know, it's been a while since we did. We used to veto casting knife rounds. I guess we're just witnessing. We're bearing witness. At least it was a fast
We never
one.
cast. We never commentate.
That's true.
I feel weird saying casting, even though that's like the history. Because I feel like it's a wizardry.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I should have sleeve of wizard if I'm going to do that.
that would have been great though. Actually, walking into the studio one day, the casters have arrived. They're just wearing, you know, the wizard robe and hats.
Yeah.
Staff, perhaps. Could have a familiar on one shoulder.
A what?
Familiar.
A what?
It's
Familiar.
Like yeah, it's like a magical creature that. Anyway, moving forwards, we have.
It's got wings.
The pistol round has begun, and we can see a pretty standard setup coming out from BMC to begin things with. Although in some CT rounds you'll see 4 players go straight to B, but they actually kept 2 towards A. So just trying to cover all their bases to begin with. Complexity slowing things down. Does feel like they do want to rush that drop though.
So we're looking for some early picks on the plateau, but there's nothing to be done. Indeed, you said it might be slow. This is a slow pistol round. Def making his way in. We've got 4 men over towards the site already. That's a good start for the CT side. Quickly traded, however. 1 minute on the clock for the T's to make their way into the B-bomb site. The bomb's being dropped as well, and so are the Complexity players. Android X with lots to do. See if he can get anything done here.
Looking grim, James. Looking incredibly grim.
This looks terrible. If you're Android X23 right now, and you think life sucks.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Death is inevitable at this point.
Death is never inevitable. He's got 25, well, maybe it is. 1 versus 4, 25 seconds. I think it's reasonable to say that he is indeed going to die.
It's over. It's all over.
Excuse me for my insolence.
All right, so BMC with the victory on the pistol round. That's always very nice, isn't it? Now they just have to hold on against the Tech9s, and they know the Tech9s are going to be coming, so it's all about the mind games there. You know, will Complexity go with the fast rounds? Will they try to play slow to maybe bait out the utility, the small amount of utility that BMC have? And I mean, that can be a nice strategy because BMC have opted to go for as strong weapons as they can, as opposed to, let's say, buying up all UMPs to get more grenades out. They're going for the focus on the firepower. And let's see if it works out here. Crossfire coming into play as Sanks tries to get himself into position. Seb will try to clean things up here, but wants to play it safe, falls back, allows his teammates to come into position. And Complexity realized that, you know what, they don't have to commit to this. There is time. It's a 3 versus 3. They picked up some guns. Life is looking a little bit better for them.
Only 1 CT on the A site, so he may be in for a bad time if Complexity go for a push. 2 people going into drop with the bomb in tow. I do wonder if they're going to go for a split of the A site. Off angle being held here. Normally people are more towards the right-hand side. Def goes down for free. Not the bomb, though. So again, Complexity playing it super slow. Looking to split on the 3-on-3. But you may wonder if they should just go for a trade situation on one of these 2 sites. Could they have been overplaying their advantage? Let me know what you think. In the meantime, still going to play it on the site now. Desi tries to cut players down towards the connector, 1-for-1, leaving Jason R alone. Takes his knife out for some reason and goes down for free.
All right, so disaster averted. Complexity, there was a lot of opportunity that they were able to get with that initial aggression into the middle area towards A, but BNC did just enough there to manage to get stabilized. And now they know that there's nothing going on for Complexity. It's the easy round. It's the round where you make the money. It's even a bison, James.
A bison?
Yeah.
Or a bison?
But there's even a bison.
Okay.
Look at Waddle. It's carbon fiber, though. It's carbon fiber.
A bison? You don't see that every day.
I thought you'd be a bit more disgusted with how pristine the condition is of said bison, James,
I was thinking about that.
But you seem to... I was trying to throw that
But
to
it's
you
like...
there, but you kind of ignored it.
It's full on potato gun. I was distracted, I apologise.
I mean, you're the Bison aficionado, not myself, so...
Africanado. I used to say Africanado.
Did you? Oh dear.
Look, man, why are there English Italian words in English? I don't understand these things. It's Africanado.
Did you say Africanado?
No, Africanado.
What?
Afficornado.
Oh my days.
There's tons of French words in English as well.
Yes, there is.
What was it that Bush said? George Bush.
I don't know, mate.
He said the French didn't have a word for entrepreneur. Isn't that amazing? That is 10 out of 10.
Well, Complexity looking for a 10 out of 10 rounds. Now they got the AK-47s. They've got a nice amount of grenades. They are lacking the Molotovs though, and perhaps would want a couple more flashbangs, but this will have to do. Wardell, on the other hand, we saw a lot of highlights from him in the previous highlight reel of just him rocking the AWP, getting those shots off on cobblestone, no less. So looking for more of that from him here, but it's going to be down to Complexity to really get a good execution with these grenades. So let's see how on point this set piece of smokes is. We got Neptune up on the tree position. That could often be really good. You really want a Molotov there, but of course they couldn't have the money for it. So here is the defense. Great spray down coming in. 2 players dead already. This is quite terrible here for Complexity. Can they salvage this? 2 players left. Android's in with 2 on the return. But the bomb still needs to be picked up.
He's got the weapon advantage just about, but he's lost his teammate, Android X, and leaves him alone. How does he avoid a trade situation? He's still got time. He can use that smoke to try and suggest he's going for a plant. That may allow him to figure out where some of these players might be. And now they're trying to slow down any plant. Avoids the flash, but he may look towards the boulder to find one of these players. But you see Sank smartly moving next to his teammate. He knows that they're being searched for. There's a 1v1. Can't win it though. And it's still a clean sheet for BMC.
Oh my god. If he wins that 1 versus 1, it starts to get super weird. But fortunately for BMC, they're off to a great start here. 4-0 to kick things off with, and Complexity back into the doldrums as far as the money's concerned. So it's very limited options-wise for them. They do have, of course, that big money round loss bonus stacking up for themselves, but they still can't afford to really do or buy too much in this round. We see some Deagles and Tech 9s here, so they can try to lead with some of the Deagles. See if, I mean, Cobblestone is full of long-range dual possibilities, so that could be a way that they could get some damage in, maybe forge some opportunities, especially if there are some missed shots here on the side of BMC from Wardell. But it's not to be just yet. Jason are toying with Wardell, and another shot missed. And on the other side of the map here, we've got some action going on with the Deagle, but it's all too easily shut down.
Yeah, Complexity on the eco. Nothing doing, really. 1 kill, whatever. They spent a lot of money to get that 1 kill, I think. I saw some armor along with those P250s. We'll see if it pays off. Sanks is left a bit short, but his team can spread the wealth, spread the joy. Right then. Surreal on the AWP. It was Whitmer, wasn't it, before? Who was keeping Surreal off the AWP?
Originally, yeah.
Yeah. Long time ago now. Internet days, dog days, whatever. So we've got Sanks playing deep long, having a look, smartly jumping away from the angle as well. You don't want to go for a slow peek in that situation. All you can do is get upped. So just jump, get some brief info and move back. Risks taken, but no damage done. Counter flash is coming in, but it seems inevitable that Complexity will drop into the drop.
It's just a matter of time now until that drop into the drop is a reality. And BMC are proving to be quite patient so far. Complexity are going to start to be sweating a little bit. They need to start pulling some rounds out on the T side here at Cobblestone. Definitely a T-sided map. Still a bit T-sided, that is. And here it is, slowly pushing in. Slowly but surely gaining ground and space. Looking for a vantage point to try to get some fragging done. In comes a great Molotov there to deep position, Concon, but he's actually going to be able to only take down 1 before dying. That's actually quite a good result considering that he was forced out of that position. 3 players left here. Complexity still with a slow approach, and rightly so, BMC are just waiting for them to make the move.
Yeah, the bomb was in an awful place, but it's being picked up, and that gives an opportunity for Desi to plant the bomb. Going for the fake, however. Surreal picking players off, and now it's only Surreal. Another 1 versus 2 for the Complexity side. How does he win this? 20 seconds left. They don't even need to face. All they need is to wait for that beep beep, and then they can start to push. Will Surreal opt to go for a fake? He's got 14 seconds left. He has to eventually plant the bomb, but somehow, why? He's gone for the face. Doesn't have the balls to go for the fake in this situation. And Wardwell's closer to AWP. It's awkward for him though, but he still finds the kill. 6-0, nothing for Complexity apart from the plant.
Oh.
I thought maybe he had it.
They almost got there.
But
yeah, I was expecting that snap, but there was no snap.
I don't know why he faces when the bomb hasn't been planted yet on his own in the 1 versus 2.
Why the hell you facing? I shouldn't even try to sing right now. Just generally anyway, but right now in particular with my voice being so messed up.
I can only... Well, I don't know.
Well, it's a time for redemption perhaps. Never mind. Whoa, is Wardell actually trying to push there? No, he's going to fall back instead, but... That's great. That's an absolutely phenomenal way to start off a round on the CT side. Early aggressive pick with the AWP. That's going to force Complexity to make a move. Nice counter grenades coming in from the CTs to kind of lock players away, stagger the push here, and allow them to more easily reposition, buy themselves more time. This is some good textbook and disciplined work from BMC. Now, BMC once again showing that they have that patience to just wait and see if Complexity are going to try to push them, because they have to at some point. This is a very dynamic CT versus T. You can just chill, and that's what they're doing. And so far it's working. Now Complexity forced to go for that last-ditch attempt here onto the site, barreling in. We've got Jason Ark making his way all the way down from those stairs towards the chicken coop now, and he's going to lose one of his teammates as they get into position to plant the bomb, and they've actually managed to make a chance in this one. The bomb is now finally planted. It's been a while since we saw a situation like this for Complexity, a very winnable round. BMC, do they decide to go for this? I mean, they have money in the bank, and there it is. Sanks wins his 1 versus 1. Now it's really on. Wardell with the pistol as he pushes forth. Jason R can't get it done. That is a big problem. BMC, they're looking pretty solid at the moment.
See, now if Complexity were actually a fully British team, right, and this was football, and BMC are British as well, then you could be like 7-0, and you know the score.
Oh, stop, James.
I've had the music disabled since I installed CSGO.
Yeah.
I've never heard a music pack.
Yeah, same.
I've never heard one, not once. 7-0 to BMC. Good start for the side. Wardell looking for any flashes. Oh, gotta be careful. Could get rushed in this situation. Wallbank's coming in, that'll slow him down. Will they pursue him though? Sanks could come in for support, and Molotov surely will go through it. Yes, they will. He can't get a kill. Neptune's taken down Jason R elsewhere. Sanks can slow things down with the smoke, but he could get flanked in this situation. Full rotation coming in from BMC.
Oh man, Sanks is in such a godlike position on the flank here. He could really save his team. They are trying to all rotate in through the connected position into A. That's very difficult. Sanks has to open it up. There it is. There's one frag for Sanks. Now they know where he is, but he could well have afforded his team a way in. It looks like that's the case now as they try to take the action straight to the T's on the bomb site here for Complexity. And they haven't got the bomb down yet. In fact, Android's the one who has the bomb, and he jumped off the site.
He had to abandon.
And he's got 1 HP.
Yeah, the Molotovs came flying in. Sorry to keep cutting you off, Dan. I apologize.
No, it's okay. Continue, please.
The Molotovs came flying in, so he took the best decision, tried to find cover. Fortunately for him, nobody on the balcony. Now he thinks maybe the grenades are exhausted. He could get killed by a flashbang in this situation. However, there are no flashes. Right then, Surreal and Android, can you do it? Combined 54 HP.
Oh,
they're slowly creeping. Oh, to the left, he's running distraction, but Surreal's got the right angle. The spray, not enough. Right then, Sanks, you need 1 bullet for Android. He's stuck on the site. There's a kit on Sanks as well. Spots him, and that's a wrap. 8-0 BMC. BMC keep winning the rounds with 1 player surviving, but at this point, I don't think they care. They haven't lost a single round yet. This is a T-sided map, isn't it?
Yes, sirree, it is. Oh dear. What else? He's got 14. Well, he had 14k at the start of that round. Beautiful.
Chicken and chips.
But that's so cool from Sanks there to be. Well, I mean, obviously, like you're always going to be thinking, okay, now Complexity rushed the bomb site, and they were a little bit open to that flank. But you know, it can happen. It can happen. It's just all about dealing with it in response. And I mean, Sanks, he did so well in that position to get the most out of it, keeping himself alive, playing it smart, not rushing things, and perhaps even trying to get a bit cheeky there at the start, not even really overstepping aggressively, just using a flashbang to make the play safe, get a peek in for some early info. Complexity will be making a lot of noise, and Sanks will hear everything, but they've got the kill for him here. On him, that is.
Yeah, not rushing, not chasing the site after that kill. Seeing if there's a response, but now they start to move up. Bomb into one lurker towards B. coN 93. Just waiting for the time being. Could end up winning round for his side. Shadow spotted. Bomb down. All of a sudden it's a 4 versus 2. It's a 5 versus 4. There goes Neptune in the meantime. And now it's Desi all alone. They don't know where he is, but he could instantly be traded here. Got himself nice positioning though. His footsteps will be heard by the player around the corner from the balcony. He has no idea where the second player is. They're both on the site. They have surrounded the bomb. Less than a minute on the clock for Desi.
Oh dear, this is a tough situation. Desi still thinks that there is a player towards the B side of the map. That's how it would appear, at least. Maybe he's just trying to be very, very safe. But it's likely that a second player, a trade fragger, is going to be a surprise. He's going to have immense reactions to deal with this. Oh, there it is. coL with the off angle is going to be all that's required to deal with the wayward Desi. Now, 9-0. Things are pretty bad for Complexity.
I don't know if we've had any tactical timeouts or similar from the Complexity side so far. I mean, sometimes if you feel like you're losing rounds by a narrow margin, then perhaps you won't feel like a timeout is necessarily required. coL, is he going to overextend here? Oh. He's closer to that corner, which means they should spot him first. Time to run away, coL. He can't. Oh, he can escape. He's going to go back, though. Nice quick scope there. He's got a teammate in for support as well. He'll hear them running on the top. So life's going to get it a bit awkward for coL here because he is exposed to the door. He should... Oh, no. Sanks flashed for him, but Surreal was ready and waiting for it. Great damage done by Sanks. And again, it's Jason R versus 3.
Yeah, that was very chaotic there. I mean, you got to hand it to Sanks to be able to squeeze that kill out. That was beautiful right at the end there. And I mean, BMC should never lose the round in this position. I mean, it'd be very hard. It should be very, very, very hard for Jason R to get a clutch going. He's going to make every correct guess, and there's just too many guesses to make. And Connor's going to be able to do it in the end.
coN 93.
I should rename to Dan88.
Boom.
And you would be Jam.
Well, there is the... Well, there's already a bar, so I can't do that.
Jam. I should start calling you Jam.
Please don't.
What year were you born again?
84.
84, so you'd be Jam 84. Tech9's, James.
Yeah, Tech9's armor, some flashes, and some smokes. What are they going to do? The T side, waiting for the initial CT grenades to go. But once Complexity deploy, what BMC did good in the previous round, they had a player on the tree. Once he was flashed, he just threw the Molotov towards the stairs to stop Complexity rushing onto the site, and it worked. Can he do the same here? Oh. Pressure coming from the drop. coL's on the site. He's off the site now. 2 versus 2. Again, the bomb in the control of the CTs. Connor stuck around the boulder, but he's got time to reload. He knows Death's the last man standing. Those footsteps, are they one person or are they two? Connor having a look, willing to play the 1 versus 1 here. Now he's a bait. Sanks creeping. Def repositioning. Nice angles once again taken by Def. Can he win this 1 round for his side? He should surely hear Connor walking away. Gonna smoke him off the angle and fail that smoke. 45 seconds left. He's got time to play with.
This is so interesting, isn't it? Because it does feel like Connor's kind of going a million miles a minute here with some of his like running around backwards and forwards between the boulder constantly. But now it's all about, it's so much time has passed, all about finding that Angle first, and oh man, coNA had the right timing. Well, just barely not the right timing, sorry. A couple milliseconds quicker, and maybe he would have caught Death as he crossed.
Oh, he's fired some bullets. That means Death knows where he is, goes through the full spray at range, and he lands it. Again, spray's become reasonably unreliable compared to how it was before because of the increased variance. But he drags down, and finally Complexity have a round on the board, courtesy of Immigrants, Dan.
Immigrants. Well, let's see if they can continue to win. Or will it be a solitary one? One is very lonely. It's a very lonely number, James.
It's a prime number.
I suppose, yeah, but, well, but being prime comes at a cost. You're lonely, James. If you are prime, you are lonely. There's no one like you because you are prime. Well, there's more than one prime. Anyway, so
not in Transformers.
True, very true. That's very true. Well, BMC with that 2-3 setup here. Good to see. Hearing all the footsteps that are being made currently by Complexity, or have been made around the drop area. So Neptune's going to have the read there. He's going to be calling the info out. It's quite a cool setup actually from BMC. They've sort of left a big void on the bomb side itself, but they've got two men on the stairs there. Water will kick things off with one, spots the second. Desi moving forwards, jumping across, toying here with Wardell. But in the meantime, Complexity will find their way through Connector. That's a good result for them.
Yeah, the bomb making its way towards A. Sanks is not in the ideal spot to have a Mag 7. He's kind of trapped now. At this point, he needs to stay alive and hope someone comes towards him for a post-plant. Might try and pick off the planter, but oh, that is so free! How unfortunate for Death. Sanks' patience has paid off, and now they've got a crossfire. Now he can play the bait, but he needs the team to come in fast. Don't come in fast enough, though. Desi and Android trying to hold down this site for only their second round in this half.
Yeah, he got the AK too, and he did some good damage here to Desi, but may not matter. Orpa down, onto Seb now as he pushes forwards. If he can find the kill on Android, he won't, though. And that will be a wrap. A satisfying wrap.
They can go 10-5 now, or 5-10 rather. Because again, so many rounds BMC only survived with one player. Their money was always low after their rebuy. And here's the benefit of that for Complexity. We've got BMC on the eco. They're poor, they're broke, they're busking on the side of the road, on the bridge, outside Wendy's. Boost coming in for coNA. Oh, that's a lovely grenade. It's a lovely grenade. But the kill goes the way of BMC. That might slow Complexity down. They need to protect this gun as well, but it's unlikely that the CTs will try to retrieve it from such a position. Indeed, they're going for rotation. They're expecting Complexity to be like, oh, we've made a mistake on B, let's go A. And they are bolstering A in anticipation of that.
And Def looking to lead, try to create an opening potentially for his team. They're quite spread out at the moment. Ooh, would you look at that? coNA coming out from a very close range position as Def was trying to aim very long. And that's going to be the frag and the AK on the only man with Kevlar. And now BMC, they realize nothing's going on towards A. They're going to be barreling into that B-bomb site very quickly now to try to defend the oncoming push. Complexity must be quick in this push, and they must be efficient. And so far, so good.
coNA, armor. AK, 2 kills, picks up a Molotov as well. That won't be very important. Needs to keep his AK out as Sanks has only got a P250. As I say that, the Molotov is deployed, and it's a good one. It keeps the reel off an angle. Oh, he misses a shot. Now he's forced into the flames. Sanks with a kill in the meantime. Down to the 1 versus 1 once again. Oh, but Surreal, the man who didn't AWP on Complexity for the longest time, clutches again.
There we go. They got 3 rounds, James. That is a vast improvement.
That round was very worrisome, though.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the pickup of the AK, coNA coming in with a frag on the platform. Scary stuff. But they don't need to be scared any longer. Well, they actually should be quite scared. Only 3 rounds. It could very well become
they don't need to be
BMC.
scared any longer. Actually, they should be quite scared.
Yeah. I amended my statement more or less immediately.
Reasonable.
Of course, we've got AWP action coming in from Surreal. That's a good opener. And that may well encourage Complexity to start bringing more players towards B, especially now as Def picks up the kill towards A. Things looking pretty good. no connections from BMC with those pistols. So it looks like 4 rounds is very likely.
I think BMC at the beginning of this round had around $400 to $4,400 on average, which is interesting. They chose to opt for. I think it might be based on the success of their eco round in the round previous. That they look how much money they left in the bank. So they've kind of, I mean, with 2 rounds left, they've kind of given themselves a main opportunity to win one of the 2 rounds, whereas they could have brought up with rifles and limited grenades and tried to win 2 of 2 rounds. But I feel like they took a gamble based on how they did in their eco rounds with armor, CZs and the like to try and win this one. So it's interesting approach. I think a lot of people there would have gone for the buy, but they chose otherwise. They've managed to steal an AWP that will, well, that is kind of relevant. It allows the AWPer to buy more grenades, but I'm personally don't like AWPers not AWPing, you know, like pulling out utility and so on. Just give them the AWP, especially on the CT side, especially on a map such as Cobblestone. But anyway, they start with around $6,000 per person, so that save doesn't do much. So yeah, interesting decision making there from BMC. We'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, the AWP is so good on this map on the CT side and T side. Such big ranges to play with. Now, a bit of pressure onto the B side of the map here. Just 2 players. Jason are going to try to do something here. Jump through the smoke. Not going to work. And he would really have loved to get a little bit more value from that as far as kind of staying alive and causing more distraction, because this is the main push here from Complexity that we're seeing. It's coming into A, it's coming in very quickly. They have a lot of players to worry about actually. Well, just 2 to start off with, and there goes one of them. So that's a very nice opening into the bomb side, and they should be able to secure the plant. The CTs are quick on their push, but they are running through smokes here without the required flashbangs to keep them safe.
Time is going to be wasted here for BMC and Complexity. They'll hear CTs priming grenades. Even if they don't throw them, they'll hear the grenade being primed, and that does expose locations. Def could jump in and get the kill there. He sees the trajectory, not going to overextend those spots. One towards the tree. Doesn't get the kill there. Leaves it down to Desi, but the bomb is so far ticked. Only Wardle has a defuse kit, and he's the one that's not on the site at the moment. Can he get there in time? I think he just about might have it.
He's done it, James. He's done it! Oh, yes.
Marvelous. 11-4 for BMC. Could have been worse as far as Complexity are concerned. They give themselves a fighting chance. Although 4 rounds from their T side, there's a lot of fight for them to win.
Indeed.
In this half.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much. It's really rough to be in this position where you're like, well, you know, that pistol round, if we lose that, it kind of sucks. Everything is, especially on the CT side anyway. Just like, you need that money, you need those nades to survive the onslaught of terrorist attacks coming in. But let's see what the strat's going to be looking like. The initial setup here from Complexity, it is a 2-3 setup. 3 on the B-bomb sites. Not going with the initial 4 towards B as an anti-rush timing. And then kind of drifting 1 back towards A, floating a player away. But now they're bringing players back towards B, so they're kind of guessing. I mean, there is a couple of decoys that have been thrown towards B, so a lot of noise is at B. And Complexity are very defensive on A. So it would be very rough for Complexity right now if BMC decided to go quick towards A. And you can see Complexity is moving backwards and forwards here. Really no idea what's going on.
Yeah, there is a spot. You could, on A, you can stand on the roof and look towards underpass and long, but if they come along, you're in trouble, especially on a pistol round. Something you sometimes see Skadoodle doing with an AWP. Complexity trying to make the best use of their range, of their USPs, but look at this, the man-dem, the crew, the Bees Money crew, all in the connected area. Close quarters combat, and they're getting the first 2 kills. There's a 3rd one as well. No response from Complexity.
Oh, it's brilliant for them. I mean, they're able to split from that connected position to B into A. They can do whatever the hell they want, and yet to even lose their player in doing so. Great movement from them, using those close quarters to their advantages. So strong with those Glocks en masse. Now there's just Jason R left. Let's see if he's got the goods. There's the first test. Some good damage. Neptune will fall, but there's still 3 more to go. And He's got to be quick here. No kit in sight from just yet. No, there is one on the... Was there on the floor? I'm not sure. Doesn't even matter. Who cares? It's 12-4. Complexity do indeed lose the pistol round again. And that is not going to be nice for them to play off of.
Yeah, with his armor, he had like 6 armor lost, Jason R. Because I feel like if your armor's perfect in that situation, then there is an argument to just run away and try and save your armor to upgrade for a helmet on the force buy in the next round. Otherwise, you might as well just go and try and make as much money as possible, get some kills. Either way, it's 12-4. Complexity with 1/3 the score. BMC, let's see what your anti-force buy is like on the T side. I've seen a lot of your CT side so far. Quite dominant over Complexity. But now, on the plus side, BMC have 5 Molotovs, which is always good to see in the second round, once your first one was successful. But how do they use it? Starting slow, trying to prey on the desperation of Complexity, but the CT side are not pushing. And now as they approach the 1 minute mark, BMC needs to make sure they get onto a site with time for error correction.
We got great positioning here for Complexity, and if the Molotovs hit the spots, though, they're in trouble. Look at this. This is what we want to see. I think that Molotov went a little bit too far. It was supposed to be for Death's position. It wasn't, and he's able to get a frag out of it. Luckily for them, not more than just one, and they are able to make themselves some good positioning onto the bomb site. Still some danger lurking, though. Surreal doing quite some damage with that CZ of his, but he's now the last man standing, trying to wrap himself around. He's going to run out of bullets very soon, and there it is. He will, and that's going to be an easy pick-off or finish for Sanks, and BMC will be able to evade disaster, calamity, catastrophe for now.
Yeah, BMC looking like a unit with execute such as that. Yes, a mistake was made, but overall it's promising. Ooh, one of the new AKs, actually.
Nice.
It looks kind of fancy. I like things with red on in Counter-Strike.
Looks very Fnatic-y.
Fnatic-y? Fnatic is yellow. Oh, you mean the symbols? Is that katakana or something?
I know, it just looks like it's Fnatic-y to me. Anyway. Oh, hello, 3 people.
Nope. Time to leave. Time to abandon that idea. They know he's there for the meantime. BMC going fast now. Not expecting much to be in the hands of the CT side. Again, it's a USP, but they're choosing to abandon, which is interesting. Catching Jason R, finishing him off. He had all of 6 HP.
Fnatic's orange. I'm quite...
Orange, yellow, whatever.
It's just like when you said yellow, I was like, wait.
Yeah, but the gun's red and white.
Isn't it orange? Orange or white?
Possibly. But it's not yellow.
That's what you said, though. That's what you said, it was yellow.
Look, it's red. No, I said Fnatic is yellow.
Orange.
Oh, now that's black and white, isn't
God.
it?
Oh, white.
Now it's monochrome. Oh, we're not going to see it because he's going to run with his knife out, isn't he?
Oh, he's quick switching. Why is he doing this to us? Come on.
And no gun. Oh, there we go. Excellent from his
That's very orange.
It's a deep orange. It's a blood orange. It's a blood orange.
Anyway, looks like BMC actually going with a very heavy presence towards the A side of the map. Nothing, not even a single man towards B. That's quite unusual. Now, just how much was spotted there by Jason R? That's the question. Doesn't look like enough to make, or for Complexity to decide to make any plays. It's just too often a player lurking in the B side of the map.
Jason
towards
R
drop for them to do that.
Jason R has red gloves and a blue knife. Like, where's the color coordination with that? That's a mess.
He needs a girlfriend, James, to tell him these things.
Yeah. I mean, he would even go with his sleeves.
Maybe he has a girlfriend and she's just doing a bad job at his color coordination.
Yeah, maybe.
I did not know.
Yeah, possibly. I don't want to insult the man's girlfriend, should he have
No,
one?
absolutely, yes. Of course, yes. Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely, yes. 2 rounds for BMC to take at the first map. Complexity have a few counter flashes, and here comes the execute from BMC. Do we have a wall of smokes? We have one around the APC, taking some angles away. Jason R's blind, he's coming down the hill, and he is dead once again. So it's surreal. Jason R took Sanks before he was eliminated. Def playing on the site now. Time running out. More Molotovs. People going through the Molotovs. And Rodex almost completely dead. Bob's on the floor now. They need to get that back quickly. 30 seconds remain.
Very tense here for Def in that position. There is a nade on Wardell as well, and they know that he's there. And in fact, there is, I mean, Def is also there, or Android rather, and he's very low.
There we go.
And there's the nades. And that is going to be problematic. Tessie in a great position though. 15 seconds to plant the bomb. coN's going to get on the site immediately. The bomb plant has to be the priority now. There's the pickup. He's got to find a good spot to go for it, and there it is. He should be safe to make the plant, but Desi knows he has time to push forwards, and he's very close now. And Desi hears a drop. Oh, coN gets himself the run and headshot, or it looks like he was running. Just very quick to it, and that's a very important round by BMC. Able to shut down Complexity. 15-4. Very nicely done.
It looked good for BMC for a while. Very patient dueling there from Desi. But unfortunately, it was not enough. UMPs, 2 Max 7s and a CZ onto Surreal. CZ have been dangerous. But again, they have not yielded many results for the Complexity side. Definitely a dangerous spot. Could be exposed to spray. The smoke isn't too deep, and exactly that's why he was standing there. Indeed, he tried to go through, and he was completely exposed. First failure for Complexity in what could be the last round of Cobblers in this best of 5. Again, the winner of this best of 5 makes it into Season 3 of ECS, first season of 2017.
This is, quite frankly, Cobobulous. We never ascribed a meaning to that word, actually. So we can continue to use it ambiguously.
Absolutely. Ambiguously.
Anyway, things looking good here for BMC to now just execute the push, pull the trigger, and just go for it. I'm being mocked.
Well, no, you're not.
No?
No.
Okay, just checking. Well, nice hold here from Android. Not to last for too long, though. And there it is. An unceremonious end to the first map, which BMC win 16-4. I said that I felt like it's very, very doable for them to knock Complexity off their balance, off their guard in map 1, but it's 16-4. I never predicted to see that, and this is the first map of a best of 5. They're looking way better.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much we can say about Complexity from that because they lost almost every round. So